Darryl, have you ever had an upset stomach after a drive-through like Taco Bell or anything?
You know, I sure have, Kinsey. I've gone through Taco Bell, had a light snack of 10 or 15 bean burritos, and shortly
A light snack.
A light snack, and I felt kind of bad about that. I'm wondering if there's something I could have done that could have helped me out.
I mean, I've heard of Alka-Seltzer or antacid and pain relief.
Yeah, I've used Alka-Seltzer, but I've also used a highly effective effervescent antacid and pain reliever that is a good equivalent from Walmart.
Oh, very local.
Well, thank you. But I'm wondering, is there a faster way to get the relief that I need? What could I do that could possibly make it work faster than it already does?
Well, after Taco Bell or any kind of situation like that, that would be very handy to know, Darryl.
Oh, I agree. Trust me. Well, let me guess. Let's see. If I were to say, have a glass of water, 4 ounces as per the instructions on the box, and I had a solid effervescent tablet such as this, I wonder how long that would take to dissolve. But then I wonder if I had another solid effervescent tablet such as this, and then I took a small dish and a spoon and I crumbled it up, do you think that would go faster?
Why, I think so, Darryl.
Would that be a hypothesis?
I believe that if we put a crumbled tablet into a liquid, then it would be faster dissolved than, say, the whole tablet.
I agree with you. I think that if we're going through the steps of breaking it apart, then the water doesn't have to break it apart. And I think more of the water is exposed, or I should say more of the effervescent tablet is exposed to the water, and therefore it should dissolve in a much quicker time period. I wonder how we could keep track of the time of that.
Well, I don't know. I have a timer here.
Well, how about we give that a try?
I think we should.
So what we'll do is we will place the powdered effervescent tablet and the solid tablet into the water at the same time. We will start the timer and we'll see how long each one of these takes.
That sounds fabulous.
3, 2, 1. Well, look at that. That seems like it's going very quickly.
Wow, this one's much more time delayed.
Indeed. It seems like it's very concentrated, and we're almost finished with that effervescence. And look at that, 11 seconds.
That's bizarre.
That is something else. That's 11 seconds, and we've got the tablet still going because, oh, look there, it's still holding its form. It did decide to stand up on the side of the cup, though, but it's still effervescing. Oh, it raised to the top. There we are. We're all the way to the top.
It's slowly getting smaller.
It is. It is. And
34 seconds.
Uh-oh. And time. 38 seconds. So
39, Darryl.
It is 39.
39.
So I'm going to say that the crumbled tablet only took 11 seconds to dissolve, where the solid tablet took 39.
39, Darryl.
Okay.
That's even a longer wait time for relief.
Especially after Taco Bell. Well, gosh, Kinsey, I wonder if there's any way that we could explore or elaborate a little bit more. What if we took the same amount of water that just happens to be over here, and we took 2 more quality effervescent pain reliever tablets. We had one that was a solid, and what if we broke one into equal pieces?
Like quartered.
Quartered, yes, that's the word I was looking for. As close to being equal as possible. And if we drop those in at the same time, I wonder if we would have a similar effect or if they would both dissolve at the same rate because it's not powdered. What do you think?
I think that the tablet that was still whole would still take longer than the quartered, but there's no way that the quartered would take as long as the powdered.
I agree with that.
The powdered would be faster.
Because I think that there's still more of the tablet is exposed to the water, therefore the effervescence is going to be more rapid. So let's try that one again. Are we ready to start?
Almost.
All
Reset.
right.
All right.
3, 2, 1. All right. Well, it looks like these guys are breaking up pretty quickly.
Much more similar to each other than the previous trial.
Yep. And this guy's traveling around the cup. Now it seemed to me that when this one raised to the top, it was almost finished. And I am seeing that these guys are just about, oh, they're here to the top.
They're rising.
There they are. We got all 4 of them to the top.
26 seconds about now.
26 seconds. And this one just came to the top. And we're losing these guys. They're almost done. Almost done. Time.
39 seconds.
39 seconds for that one. And
45.
45.
45.
Well, that was surprising. I didn't think it would take that long. So we broke that up into quarters. And we had 39 seconds, which was equivalent to the same time we had last time with the solid tablet. And then with this one, this solid went 45 seconds. Okay.
That's not very consistent.
No, it's not consistent at all. I would suppose it has something to do with the manufacturing process, but that's for a later experiment. Well, here's something to wonder about. What if you've just gone through Taco Bell, you got that upset stomach after pounding those 10 burritos, but you got no water? What if all you had was maybe some orange juice, maybe some 2% milk, or what if all you had was some cherry Coca-Cola? And then we already know that the powdered one and the broken one dissolves faster. So what would we say about which one of these liquids could make any one of these quality effervescent pain relief antacid tablets dissolve faster?
Well, I would believe that the milk would probably be the slowest. And then followed by the orange juice, and then fastest would be the soda.
I see what you're saying, that because the soda, is it because of the carbonation and the acid in the soda?
A mixture of those two properties, I believe.
I would agree that will probably get it going faster, but I think maybe it's going to be the orange juice because it is full of citric acid, and also a key component of any quality effervescent antacid pain relief tablet is citric acid.
True, very true.
So they could all combine and that could go faster. So your hypothesis is the quality cherry Coca-Cola is going to dissolve faster. Mine is that the orange juice will go, and we both agree that the milk's going to go slowest.
Most likely.
All right, well, let's get the timer ready. And I will need you to drop one of those in, since I only have 2. So we'll say 3, 2, 1. And away we go.
All
now,
right.
the only thing is we can't really see what's going on a whole lot, but boy, that Coca-Cola is going. Yes. Now, the milk and the orange juice looks like it's actually kind of, to me, going a little bit slower than the milk. But that Coca-Cola...
Milk, that looks like cottage cheese at this point.
Oh, yeah, that might be a whole different experiment, too. How do you make quick cottage cheese or tabletop yogurt?
Well, if you were slow or missing some breakfast, you might need to make that.
Indeed, especially if you're getting it from Taco Bell. Well, the Coca-Cola is still going.
It's standing up on its side.
Yes, that is very interesting. But strangely enough, it's going slower than the water. I would not have guessed that. I can't really tell where the
tablet is.
It rose in the Coca-Cola,
There's much more air production, it seems, in the orange juice and the milk than in the soda.
Yes. So the soda, we're almost at the end
Looks
of
like
the
it's
road.
slowing down.
It is at about 1 minute now, and 1 minute and...
And it's done. 1 minute and 12 seconds.
1 minute, 12 seconds. That is surprising. I would have thought that it would have gone faster than that. Now, these two are still effervescing, which kind of leads me to think that the tablet is still doing its thing, but it's very difficult to see that because we just don't know where they are. But it is definitely still producing a lot of bubbles in the milk and in the orange juice.
It only seems to rise as the tablet is in there longer.
Yeah.
We are approaching 2 minutes.
Boy, that's just not enough time for quick, fast relief if you've just eaten breakfast at Taco Bell.
Which I did today just to try it.
Oh.
I should have had an antacid tablet.
Indeed. Quality effervescent antacid and pain relief available at your local Walmart.
Fabulous.
Well, it almost looks like they've, well, you know, the milk has stopped and the orange juice is still producing bubbles, and we're now at 2 minutes and 12 seconds. So if
I would say the milk is done. It's starting to collapse.
the bubbles are starting to burst. So just based off of that observation, because we can't really see anything more, it looks like the orange juice is still effervescing, and it took the milk a whole minute longer and this thing's still going. So I'm going to say we're at about 2 minutes and 40 seconds for the OJ, and I don't really know. The next question is, what the heck does it do to the flavor of a Coke?
What do you think?
Not as bad as I thought. Wonder what it does to the milk.
Don't get the tablet in there.
The tablet was in there. Oh man, if you ever want to do an experiment on what sour milk tastes like, that's the way to go. So let's try this orange juice. Ugh. Do you have a napkin I could borrow?
Yes, I happen to have one here.
Oh man, that was disgusting. Well, my final question would be, if you enjoyed a quality breakfast from Taco Bell drive-thru, and after you ate your 10 or 15 breakfast burritos, and you did happen to find that you didn't have anything at all to drink, what would you do with this quality effervescent antacid and pain reliever?
Well, if it's Taco Bell, and I'm pretty sure it's that bad, you would really need that antacid right there.
Probably right. So there'd be only one alternative.
Tell me when it stops dissolving.
Well,
You're chewing?
I'm chewing it up, and it's effervescent.
It looks like it's working.
Mm-hmm.
Still going, huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Does it just keep... You wash it down. There you go.
I happened to find a glass of water. I would not recommend doing that. That was actually quite awful.
You look rather rapid.
Do you know we did science without safety?
Oh, man. How could we forget, Darryl?
Oh my goodness.
You can't forget safety. Safety first.
Safety first at every time. Well, let's explain what we found. First of all, we were wondering, how could we get faster relief from a quality effervescent antacid and pain reliever? We theorized that if we crumbled one up, compared it with a solid, our hypothesis was that the crumbled one would go faster. And we proved that to be true. The crumbled one dissolved a full 28 seconds faster than the solid. Then we took it a step further and said, if we had the solid, and what did we compare that to?
The quarters.
One that was broken in quarters. That we thought, well, the quartered one will go faster. Surprisingly enough, it really did.
Are you still suffering from that antacid?
I am. And those burritos. So we found out that if we did the solid one, that went faster. That also went longer than the one that was broken into quarters. And then we also tested to see if we didn't have any water and all we had was other liquids, and my voice is going Donald Duck right now, what would happen then? And you thought that the Coke would go faster, and you were absolutely right. I thought the orange juice would go faster, and clearly it did not. And the milk became its own science experiment on its own.
Well, if you're having breakfast at Taco Bell, orange juice and milk, probably not the best breakfast drink, but maybe a Baja Blast. I think that would work the same way.
Indeed. Now, does Taco Bell have quality Coca-Cola products or quality Pepsi products?
I do believe they have Pepsi.
That's for another experiment. Well, I'm Darryl.
And I'm Kinsey.
And we hope you've enjoyed our experiment on quality effervescent antacid and pain relief tablets. Bye-bye.
Have a good day.